So, this is a video I've been kind of looking to make for a while. Apologies again. I'm laying down because I'm tired and I'm making it at the same time. But this is one that I wanted to make for a while because Youngboy is a rapper that I feel like I always see very mixed opinions on. I do think the majority of people do like him, and obviously he has the popularity and the numbers to prove that a lot of people like him. But I myself have just never really been the biggest fan. And there is a lot of reasons why I say that. It's just whenever I say them, usually to my friends, I kind of come off as stupid, or at least to them, I kind of come off as stupid. I don't really know why, because I've never been a fan of the energy he gives off and the vibe that he gives off, and that energy his music gives off is another reason why I do like it sometimes. I don't hate Youngboy, and I don't dislike every single Youngboy song I hear. I just kind of dislike the majority of them, and I don't really like the majority of them. I do like him sometimes on like fun songs, like that song he has with Lil Nas X, the song he has with Migos, where him and Offset are going back and forth. They really go off together. There are definitely some other ones I'm trying to think of them as I do this. He has good solo songs. Casey Talk is a really good song. I love Casey Talk. I just kind of wish he had more little bops like that, because the rest of them, especially more recently, just kind of sounds like he's just rapping and just saying stuff. Like nothing really means anything. He has a couple ones that are okay, like Black is a decent enough song. I like the vibe it gives off and kind of the energy sometimes. But a lot of the times I feel like he's just, whenever he's rapping, like he's trying to go fast like that, it kind of just sounds like he's falling off the stairs, or like falling down the stairs, and he's trying to like rap at the same time. And I just don't really like that. I don't like that sound. But I also have to give Youngboy credit, because that is another reason, not necessarily him sounding like he's falling down the stairs, but that energy that he gives off is another reason, one, why he's so popular, and two, why I do enjoy him in some settings. Hearing him in a car with friends is fun if you're playing the right song, but by myself, no, because, like, it just doesn't match with me. Also, I think he sucks at singing and hitting melodies. I think his voice just doesn't match for it, kind of in the same way I don't like Kodak Black's voice, but I just kind of hate Kodak Black's voice. I just don't really like Youngboy's voice, really, when it comes to his rapping, and his production is always kind of basic. He has a whole album using rage beats that none of them besides Black really sound that good. Louis V sounds okay. Let me take that back. Louis V sounds fine. But the rest of the time, it's just kind of mid and mid. And he doesn't do features much, so a lot of his solo albums are way too long and just his own voice, so all the songs are too long, so, like, you're listening to the same song over and over again on this album, and it just doesn't really sound that good. That was my problem with, really all of his projects, honestly. Now, I forget the name of it right now, but, like, AI Youngboy 2 is not a bad album. I think that's the album that has, Feel Like I'm Gucci Mane in 2006. I like that song. I don't like it as much as other people enjoy it, but I do find some level of enjoyment, and I can see how other people like it. But I myself have just never really went out of my way to turn on a Youngboy song besides Casey Talk, or if he's been featured on a song. What's another one? The collab tape I thought he had with DaBaby was, like, just not good, in my opinion. And also, he drops all the freaking time, I feel like. Or at least, now he hasn't because he's been on house arrest, but there was definitely a time where it felt like NBA Youngboy was dropping every 7 business days. And I got so oversaturated. I would give him a try, not like it. Next thing I know, he's dropping again. So I think that also has something to do with it. Like, dang, I hear this guy's voice and just his name every other second. Like, this is rubbing off, but not in a good way. You know what I mean? One thing I notice about Youngboy is that, like, on songs that I feel like you don't traditionally hear him on are ones that I enjoy more. Like What's Your Name with Tyler, the Creator. I think he fits so well on that song. I wish he was on more beats like that, or on more unique type of songs. And that's what he was saying, like, that's the only time I enjoy him. Like on Jump by DaBaby. That's such a fun song that he fits on. Vet Motors, his kind of energy and his, like, gritty, like, grit in his teeth type, like, delivery. That's a pretty hard song. I enjoy that. But like I was talking about his albums being too long, Don't Try This at Home, which, if you don't know which one that is, I think it dropped in 2023. It's that album. I think it has a song with Maria the Scientist, and it has another one with not Polo G, but Post Malone and the Kid Laroi. That is a 33-song album. Why? Like, why is that? If you go to his most recent releases, One of them had, like, there's none below 15. The only one below 15 that I can remember off the top of my head is 3800 Degrees, but that is also, in my opinion, one of his worst albums because it's like it's so loud, it's so nothing really. And that is what I kind of what I put on to Youngboy's music a lot, is that it's kind of just loud. It's just, he's not saying anything worth of note. He kind of drops cool bars here and there, but he kind of just gets on there and he just starts spitting out random stuff over a not that unique beat. Like, I don't like his melodies. I don't like the way he sings. So really all I have to rely on is him rapping good, and he just doesn't do that sometimes, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think I worded that pretty well, actually. One of the reasons that you don't see a Youngboy video on this channel about one of his albums or any of his songs is because I don't like them, and I don't want to sit through a whole album of an artist that I don't like, that I've gave multiple chances to, and have consistently not enjoyed those projects. One of the albums that I almost listened to for this channel was I Just Got a Lot on My Shoulders. It's his newest album, and I just couldn't stomach it. It was only 16 songs, which for Youngboy ain't that bad, but I got about a track or two into it. Versace Shades isn't that bad, but the next song is just, I don't enjoy it. I didn't like it. So I was like, am I really going to listen to this? And I know what I know what to expect. I know what I'm going to get. I don't think this is going to get any better, because every time I try to do this, it's consistently just not a good project. If I had to pick Youngboy's best project, it would probably be Top. And even then, I'm not that high on it. It's definitely the best out of the ones I don't consider that good. Another instance of Youngboy being fun is whenever, like I said earlier, whenever you're with friends, you're in the car, and you're kind of just, you ain't really trying to listen to anything or really concentrate on it. You're just here for the vibes, and that can definitely help. But another thing that was fun that happened was whenever he was beefing with Aiden Ross, I think, and he randomly took shots at like a bunch of other rappers, including Gucci Mane, and they got into their own little beef. Like, that type of stuff is cool. Like, I think that that's fun. He can be a fun rapper in the right setting at the right time. I am just never really in that setting or the right time. That does make it sound like I don't ever hang out with my friends, but like, I hang out with my friends, and even then I'm not really in the mood to hear Youngboy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in a much different mood than this. I don't want to just listen to NBA Youngboy rap about something random. He kind of just says the same thing over and over again. Like, for example, Black. That song, although I get the point of it, it's just a rage to it, but like, he doesn't, every single thing he says on that song, he has probably said a different way at least a million different times. It's just under kind of a new coat of paint. And that doesn't save it from being much better than it isn't. You know what I mean? And him in person doesn't his actual who Youngboy is not. I'm not considering that into my actual enjoyment of his music, because obviously I separate art from the person. But he also just kind of seems like a little strange feller. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, I don't really like Youngboy that much is basically what this video is about. If you made it to the end of the video, then I greatly appreciate it. If you want to show a little bit of extra support, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, watch my weekend video that things took 2 or 3 weeks to make. The next album ranking I'm probably going to do is Brent Faiyaz, which will be significantly shorter, definitely, but I might have a little more to say too, because I can relate to those albums a little more. Anyway, you can also join the Patreon for as little as $1.50 a month. I love you guys, and hope you're having a great day.